Getting on with this, I'm going to be moving in straight here to where we have my ad manager here. And presently, some of my ads are turned off until I add my payments to it and all. So, but now we want to start by focusing on the one major goal of tonight. All right. We I had already shared with us that tonight we are going to focus on audience audience targeting. Yeah, audience targeting and audience identification and targeting. And then in our last session, I actually shared something with us on the three different categories of buyers. And then I told us that among the three categories that we have one that tops the list, which is Nigerians in the diaspora. So for tonight, we are going to directly look at how we can target Nigerians in diaspora and the wealth preservers. The wealth preservers are the rich Nigerians in Nigeria. Now, these are people that have made money but are only interested in buying from you only if they can trust you. Now, this is it. To sell to this category of people, there is something called classism. All right. So they are actually not buying from everyone. But the truth is, you can also make yourself a worthy class of those whom they buy from. And it's strategic. You already know the country we are in the country we are in is actually more like a country where people are judged by their physical appearance and their capacity, physical capacity. So basically, to appeal to these people, I mean, to appeal to their buying interests, because the capacity is there. To appeal to their buying interest, you have to look like who wants to sell what you are proposing. For example, you cannot go to propose a business deal of 300 million looking like someone who hasn't seen a million before. So automatically that will put you at a negative perception on their side. But are these people on the internet? Can we directly target them? Yes, they are, and we can target them. All right. So that's exactly what we want to use Facebook and Instagram ads tonight to see how we can get to target these two categories of people for tonight. Now, the creative industry income earners are the easiest to target. They are everywhere, all right? As a matter of fact, they are the most engaged on the social media platforms, all right? So I've already explained to you those ones have just one problem. Don't sell to me a piece of land or building. Sell to me things that upholds my excitement. All right, they buy based on their state of mind. Now, if you tell them to buy land from you, it looks like, how would I post a parcel of land? Which what I mean, what's the bragging right that I will have? I just bought a land. I will take use and brag. You know, all those Gen Z vibes. Now, the truth is that that's how they feel. So the reason why you see them pay a deposit for banks and then spread the remaining balance for a period of 12 to 6 to 12 months is because that gives them that bragging rights. They are eager to post that particular achievement because to them it massages their ego. All right, same thing happens when you want to sell to them. You have to make sure that the offer you are presenting would help them to massage their ego. So this usually I when I consult for real estate companies and maybe developers, yeah, I usually bring in this. All right, if you're going to be as a company, if you're going to be selling to the creative industry income earners, you have to be sure that your offer is basically more entertaining. And some of the companies have adopted and they are doing well. You can see a company signing up a particular celebrity like AY, all right? Now, they already know that a particular category of buyers are stunned fan of AY. Probably not really a fan, but they have serious respect for a brand called AY as a force in the comedy industry. Now, another brand has used Alibaba and the rest of the celebrities in another industry. So now this just gives one impression. If AY has a parcel of land in this estate, it simply means I'm going to be living close to AY. So I can now brag, Omo, I bought a land where AY also bought his own. Or I'm going to be AY's neighbor very soon. Now that's a bragging, right? They are eager to make a video. They are eager to share the update about the fact that they are about to become AY's neighbor. All right, I don't want to mention brands name, but I have know about three different brands that have adopted the idea and implemented it effectively. All right, and then they actually achieved their aim. The creative industry income earners, based on the word of mouth of the AY and the videos the realtors used of AY, making a word that, oh yeah, come, let's be enabled, build another entertainment hub in this estate. Come be my neighbor. I've gotten my plot, come get yours. As simple as that, realtors that were selling for that company ran with it and they were able to make a killing with it. So by and out, straight to uh, Facebook here. I'm sure you can still see my screen. Is it clear? Is it clear? Please, I need someone to tell me. Can someone unmute and speak? I need to be sure. I've actually left where
Yes,
I.
yes, yes, the screen is clear.
All right, all right. So if I ask, because I've left the screen where I can see your thumbs up and maybe message notification, but I'll appreciate if you can, when I ask a question, just unmute and let me know. Thank you. Okay, so quickly here, I'm going straight to basically for the benefit of those who may be seeing this for the first time, just go to facebook.com. All right, let's start from the beginning. Facebook.com, and at this point, when you get to facebook.com here, you're gonna be having just one simple page that you are familiar with. If you are opening it on your laptop, or I actually do not advise that you set up campaigns with mobile phone. Yeah, there are some features that you are not going to be having access to with mobile phone. But be it as it may, at this point, if you come to where you have facebook.com and then scroll down to your left hand corner of the page, yeah, the left hand corner of the page, we are going to be having ad manager here if you have actually been creating campaigns. But if you've not been creating campaigns, you may not see this. So it would be right for you to come down to where you have see more. Yeah. So where you have see more, and when you expand it, it will give you that option of ad manager. All right. You can see that we have ad manager, we have ad center, and we have meta business suite. But for this particular purpose, I'm going to move straight to where I have the ad manager. All right. So that is loading out for us. Okay. So now, if you are having more than one business account, which you may not have it at the moment based on your ad manager, but if you're having it like mine, I do not want to create this campaign with this particular one because this has not been set up with my Meta business suite. So I'm going to go straight to my business account. All right, this is a personal account. So it was this personal account. Then I'm going to go straight to my business account and use it. Okay, so a quick one here. Just click on create new ad here. So click on create. Now, the primary essence of what we are doing here is to learn how we can directly target Nigerians in diaspora and also the rich, the wealth preservers in Nigeria. All right. So coming down here. So in one of those courses, I took time to explain the functionalities of all these objectives. All right, these are campaign objectives. Time may not permit us to dwell on each of them tonight, but I think I've not. I think I know. I had taken time to explain all these in one of the videos in the course. So please do well to go through because you will know how to apply each of them, which works for which. All right, the awareness campaign, how and when should it be applied? The traffic campaign, how and when should it be applied? The engagement campaign, how and when should it be applied? Likewise, leads, app, promotion and sales. So for tonight, we are trying to generate lead for our business. All right, we are trying to generate for our real estate business because we are trying to sell properties. So buy and out, come down to where you have leads. All right, now already you can see the way leads icon is showing. That tells you that to generate an effective lead you need a funnel. This is actually an icon that clearly depicts an image of a funnel. All right, so leads are better captured with a funnel. All right, so I'm going to straight up come down to where we have continue. All right, I'm going to click on continue here. All right, so now we have to, if you look at this, you can see that we have tailored leads campaign and then we have manual setup. Now, two things apply here. Now, you can see the create your campaign in fewer steps.
Hello?
Yeah, are we together?
No, I'm not seeing anything again. I'm not seeing what you are saying.
Does anyone see my
I'm
screen? Can anyone see my screen now?
Yes, can see your screen.
So it could be your network.
no, it's not network. I'm not seeing any.
Who else can see my screen?
I can see your
I,
screen.
I can see
Mr.
your screen.
Mr. Donatus, can you check your network, please?
My network is fine.
But you are the only one not seeing. I'm wondering. Are you
Yeah,
using a
I can
mobile?
see.
Huh?
Huh?
You can
I
see it
can see
now.
your screen. Yeah, I've been seeing it, but when you clicked at create and they now started talking about read, so it's not showing. I cannot see where you are clicking.
Okay. Does anyone else have similar problem? No one.
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Donatus, can you see where we are right now?
Yes,
Okay. Now from create here, did you see where I
yes,
clicked?
yes.
Can you see the pop? Are you seeing my
The three
mouse?
dots.
Are you seeing my mouse rotation right now?
I can't see it. Okay, 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 I can see it now.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Now we are using the lead objective. So I'm going to click on continue. So where we are here gives us two different options. To create a lead campaign manually or to use the tailored lead campaign already prompted by the Facebook integrated AI system. So by and out here, we have create your campaign in fewer steps using the tailored leads campaign. It's preset with built-in best practices to help you get more leads at the best value. So this is it. They are telling us that they have a preset um, on the tailored leads campaign option. All right. So this one now does not give you access to independent audience filtering. So they want you to use theirs so they can what you cannot in this case you are not going to be able to directly use your own specified conversion. Okay, so under where we have Pixel, there is one thing we created an event, and then the event is named lead, and then we gave it the custom conversion. We gave it a name. So now, if you are using tailored leads, you are not going to be able to directly use your custom conversion pixel that you had created. So they want you to use their preset and have them decide on which lead to give you. All right. Now, I must tell you this, I usually do not use them, but often, once in a while, I get to test to see which gives a better conversion. So you can equally decide to test at some point. All right. So why am I seeing this suggestion? This setup is based on your ad account information and activity. It may be based on things such as professional services. Your industry is based on your page information and other factors. So by and out, if you do what I do on my ad account, this is not actually advisable because I advertise product across board. I advertise for customers, I advertise for myself. So not just one service. So now if you allow the system to be the decider of the audience that they feel are your interest, they are likely going to be misled. All right. So now, as someone who has just started running campaigns for the first time, you may not see this recommendation because they actually do not have sufficient data to back up this recommendation. So they need this data to be able to streamline and tailor your presets. All right. So by and out here, I'm going to use my manual leads campaign here, and I will straight up go to where we have. All right, continue. I'll click on continue, and then it will load us out to a different page entirely. All right, look at where we are. Now, first thing we need to do is to give it a campaign title. Now, the campaign title here doesn't have anything directly to do with the functionality of your campaign. It's just for you to be able to identify your campaigns from which is which in case you have multiple campaigns. All right, so you will know this was for leads that has to do with this. So I can actually say lead, I can say alumni cohort, alumni July cohort. All right, so now scroll down, and then here is asking for categories. All right, select the categories that best describe what this campaign will advertise. So by and out, if you are actually doing politics or special industry, for example, so there are housing, social issues, election and politics, employment, and other. I think the last one is credit. All right. So if that's the kind of campaign you are running, you are likely going to be required to select the category. Now, this is why I actually told us a bit before now that they categorized real estate in some continent as special products. But here we are not going to be selecting any of those because once you make any selection there, you are going to be required to um, you're going to be required to present some document that backs up your acceptance in advertising for that particular product. Okay, so here you've already seen that the objective is lead because that's what we selected at the beginning. The campaign objective is lead. So scroll down where you have the advantage plus advantage campaign budget here. Now, I usually will turn this up, will turn this on rather, if I am going to carry out A and B testing, all right, or if I am going to have more than, basically, if I am going to have more than one ad set, yeah, I usually turn it on if I'm going to have more than one ad set. So the reason why I do so is because I want my campaign budget to be evenly distributed. All right. If you look at what this says, it says you can now schedule. Now this is campaign scheduling, not Advantage plus budget. Okay, this is it. All right. So now Advantage campaign budget will distribute your budget across currently delivering ad sets to get more results. All right, depending on your performance goal, choices, and bid strategy. So what it means is that it will automatically identify which of your ad set is actually doing the most when it comes to performance. All right, and based on your performance goal as well, when they see that this particular ad set is giving more leads, because that's a campaign goal. If this one is giving more leads, that's actually what the ad set, the advantage campaign budget is going to pick on. All right, to pick on that particular ad set that is generating more leads based on your campaign objective, and then run with it, service it with sufficient budget so that the performance will keep going. But the one that looks as though the budget is high, but the result is lower, is likely going to have a reduced budget servicing. All right. So by and out, when you are able to turn this on, and then you have interest in having your A and B testing, you are likely going to sufficiently distribute your ad budget. All right. So at the ad budget there, we have the lifetime, and we also have the daily budget. All right. So now at the lifetime budget, if you look at it, it says lifetime and then daily budget. So you can actually decide if you're going to be using lifetime or if you're going to be using daily budget. So now lifetime here suggests that we use 139,000 naira for about this is duration during the lifetime campaign. So we've not specified how long this is going to be. The budget scheduling is the next option to do here. But now, if you use the daily budget, you look at it that it is 4,000 naira per day. Now, why? One of the reasons I do not recommend lifetime, most times I don't use it, is that from my experience of using lifetime budget, at some point your ad may be slow for a period of time, just like 3 or 5 days to the end of your campaign as slated for the lifetime budget. Now, Facebook will start serving your campaign, and then now what they are doing is that they want to be sure that they have exhausted your budget as given to them. You called it a lifetime. All right. So they will now be able to serve your campaign wide enough so that when it is time for them to take their money, they can take it. Now, if you used 1 month and then you accepted to pay, let's say, 400,000 for a month campaign, and then Facebook allowed the campaign to just go slowly, slowly, slowly until it got to a point where the campaign decided that no, I am not actually delivering the result, but they still want to be sure that they debit you to sufficiently get the budget you have given them. But on a daily budget, I will be able to check because I begin to judge my campaigns after 3 days. All right, the first 2 days of my campaign, I don't judge it, even if the result doesn't show. But after 72 hours, I'm going to check, is it giving me the right result or not? So at that point, I'm going to decide either to terminate the campaign or let it run based on what I see as a result. So now daily budget has been the one I've been using since over 3 years now, and I recommend daily budget as well. So we can now decide to say, okay, we want to use 5,000 or 10,000 per day ad budget. Now, one of the things I would advise you is that when you are creating your daily budget, be sure that it's a budget that will help you to sufficiently fund your account without allowing it to get exhausted. By the time your ad account gets exhausted, your ad has to start afresh when you fund it again, and then it has.
Hello?
Okay, is my screen up again to you there from your end?
Yes.
All right, so I'll continue from here. Okay, so now after that, I believe I was done explaining the Advantage Plus budgeting. From there, we move to the next. All right. Okay, so at this point here, this is actually where it becomes interesting. This is actually where the audience is filtered. This is where the bulk of the work is done. All right, so here, come to where you have a website. Select website first of all because we're actually optimizing for um, landing page. All right, so we have a landing page which serves as a funnel that we're going to be optimizing this for. Okay, so by and out here, I will take this, scroll down straight down to where we have performance goal. All right, under our performance goal here, I'm going to be selecting maximum, and then the next option here is pixel. All right, so I can decide. I have set up my pixel here, including my conversion API. All right, I've set this up. Please, the cost is there on your one of the in the package you got. Please watch it. For tonight, I'm just going to show you the audience targeting. So yeah, I will select my pixel here and then come down straight to, I told you we had created a custom conversion and named it lead. So look at it here. I can decide to use this as lead. I can decide to use this as lead. Now this is a lead. This is a lead. The custom conversion written under it, custom conversion. Now what this means is that you created this specifically for a particular purpose. Now, if I open my page, one of the landing pages that handles that particular one, you realize that it's where we have RET. Okay, yeah. Now, this particular one here is actually what will deliver. Still loading. What will deliver the success of this one here? Okay, now it has opened. So this is it here. This particular one here, if you open this, you see that there is a lead. I've explained all these in the course. If you pay attention to it when you are watching through the course, you see it. You can see there is a lead under this at the pixel area. So now, if there anyone that fills your form and lands on your thank you page, which is the last page that is captured in this particular custom conversion event, all right, will automatically be brought in there, and then you will have it recorded under your pixel as one of the results you've gotten. Okay, so at the same time, scroll down. Once you have been able to select that, just scroll down to where we have audience. You can see it's audience control. So now we need to have control of our audience. All right, so at this point here, um, we have Nigeria here. Now, first of all, we are going to be working with this to target Nigerians in diaspora. All right, so targeting Nigerians in diaspora with this particular one simply means that we are not going to be using Nigeria in here. So the question is, which country would you want to target Nigerians? For example, let's say we are targeting Nigerians not just in the whole country, but a city. Of course, you deserve to make a research on this. So I usually consult ChatGPT, and I ask ChatGPT which is the richest, mention five richest city in the US, and then I will use that as my target. And then same thing in Australia, same thing in in England, same thing in Canada, because there are people who are living in the remote side of the country who whom you in Nigeria may actually be better than. So not everyone you target as well. So you try as much as you can to be sure that these people are a bit filtered. Yeah. So here I can decide to target United States. All right, and then you can decide to say no, I want to target Texas. So now you are not targeting the entire country, you are targeting a particular city in that country, Texas. All right, so you can also target more than one city in that country. All right, and then you can say, okay, I want to target different cities in different countries. So we can say, what's the capital of Canada? Okay, let's even say we can use London as one of the cities we want to target as well, or we can also target Ohio um, as one of the cities as well. Now, let's see, we are done with this on the targeting. We are okay with that on the targeting, and then we want to just scroll down. All right, scroll down and to where we have scroll down to where we have, look at this, advantage plus audience. We do not want to use any advantage plus audience in this particular case. We want to use this to manually select our stuff here. So go to where we have, look at switch to original audience option. So I'm switching this to original audience option, or at the same time, I would have actually used audience suggestion. All right, but then I want to switch to original audience because I want to do the setting myself. So now let's see if it has affected the cities we selected earlier on. All right, let's see if it has affected the cities we selected earlier on. All right, they are still there. So now, first of all, you can check the age range. Now we also have under this one here. If I remove this, okay, so let's see this. We have about let it be from 30, all right, upward. Now we are assuming that most people who migrated immediately. Some of them migrated after university, so from 30 upward they are settled. All right, now the gender, we are going to leave the gender the way it is. So we are looking for Nigerians who live in a city like Texas, or it's a city like London or Ohio. So now, how do we get Nigerians there? Using the city is not enough. So come down here and type expats Nigeria. All right, so let's see. Sorry. So more like expatriates. So formerly, look at it, lived in Nigeria, formerly expat. All right. So someone from the right hand, if you check the right hand corner, look at where this, check this page where my cursor is, and then read what it says. It said people who used to live in Nigeria who now live abroad. Now the abroad that we've selected, now we've chosen the city that we want. All right, so now you select this. So with this now you have directly selected Nigerians who were living in Nigeria before but are now living in those cities. So now you are not done. So you can as well say, okay, now that we've gotten Nigerians who now live in this city, can we target them based on their job? All right. Can we target them based on their capacity as well? So let's say you target frequent international travelers. So now someone that has settled is only it's only someone that has settled that can make international travels. And then we can now decide what type of ticket do they use. The truth is that the meta algorithm is able to track your checks in and your checks out. If you check into this city today, check into this country another 6 months, the meta system is tracking. All right. Okay. We can also check for their ticket, the kind of ticket they fly. We can say business class. All right, now we are targeting them based on their capacity. All right, so let's see business class. Now it will directly tell us it is a travel. All right, look at it. Okay, who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to business class. So now people who have visited airline platform book tickets, all right, and then their ticket were also booked as business class. They attract, data is there. So this is why when you have a conversation with someone about a particular item and then you go on the internet and then you realize that as we are scrolling through, you can out, this is it. Where was I? Okay, so now we are talking about their frequent international travels and then expensive test. Now, I would have actually said if you were targeting Nigerians in Nigeria, I would have said you target them based on the kind of gadget they use. But gadget doesn't mean much out there because you can actually buy gadget and pay slowly, pay or maybe monthly. You can buy on credit and pay monthly. So this doesn't really matter. Now you can target them based on their job. All right. So usually I consult ChatGPT as well, and I ask ChatGPT how much. I mean, what's the least 10 most paid industries in that particular country that I'm using. So you can, for instance, if you are targeting medical doctor, be sure that it's not a field, be sure that it's a job title. All right. Now, if they have this job title as their profile, they are definitely going to be picked. Now, you can see different medical field, pediatrician, medical doctor, and then you have medical doctor student, and then so just check and see all these, and then you also can see different other industries, software engineer, all right, data analyst. So now get to see which industry are the most paid. All right, nurses. All right, you can see dental nurse. We have no, dental nurse. Okay, clinical nurse specialist. So these are okay, family nurse as practitioner. So all these you can decide on which works based on your consultation to the chat GPT. But I'm just showing you how you can target them based on their capacity and based on their strength as well. All right. So scrolling down from this, now this is where the bulk of the work that has to do with audience targeting and filtering. With this, now you have been able to identify Nigerians in Ohio, Texas, and London, and then you've also been able to identify Nigerians who have frequent travel history and people who have actually been flying first class, and also people, first class, and also people who are of different people who are working as medical doctors in those cities, and those who are working as a family nurse, and then those who are also working as okay, I think those are the two categories of, okay, software engineer. Yeah, we picked a software engineer as well, but then check, consult ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT to tell you. All right, with this now, if you scroll down, the next thing would be where do you want to place your campaign? Now, under placement here, I usually will tell you placement is a decider whether you want it on Instagram only or you want it on Facebook only. But I would say this, if you are targeting Nigerians in diaspora, um, Most of them have very limited attention span. Be sure that your video is not more, your campaign video is not more than 1 minute. All right, so that I should go straight to the point and capture their interest. And at the same time, here, if you are streamlining this, you can actually see, if you leave this now, it will be placed on both Facebook and Instagram. All right. And then, but if you decide to change your audience, you can also change your placement. But now, let's leave this particular one for now and go to where we have next. Now, when you go to next stage, is where you can create your ad. What I mean by create your ad, where you bring up your video creative or your image creative, and where you also enter your content. For instance, here, if you come to where you have this, all right, look at this here. Um, Select your Facebook page, select your Instagram. Okay, connect it together, because if you're going to be advertising this, it will serve on Facebook, serve on Instagram as well concurrently. All right, at the same ad budget. So here, if you want to do carousel ad is the one that will have at least 10 different creative. So it can have 10 videos, it can have mixed with videos and image. All right, you can also have just one that can either be image or video. All right, so scroll down as well and bring it up here. Your media, you can bring up image, you can bring up video. So at this point, you must have had it placed on your laptop already, before you can bring this up. Let's say we are bringing up a video here, and we decide to bring up this particular video. All right. Okay. So next, and then next on this, done. Okay. So the next thing you need to do is to be sure that you enter your text. All right. This is where your primary text is. So if you enter your text here and then scroll down, there is a need for a link. Let's say I copy this link, for instance. Okay, there's a need for a link here. Your landing page link. There is a video for landing page creation course. I can paste the link here. That's the destination. All right, I pasted the link there, and then make sure that this is none. All right, or you can use call, whichever one. But if you use WhatsApp, you just disorganize the entire campaign. All right, so this is it here, right? So with this, you can actually enter your button if you want it to be learn more, or you can say sign up. There are other options there, get offer. All right. So after that, you can just add your header. All right, there's a box for header here. All right, headline, rather, headline, for headline here, and then your content, get on with that. All right, Chidima, go ahead. You raised your hand.
Yes, sir, I just want to get a clarification. So you said if we are using the custom and conversion API where we get down to the lead aspect, the
Yes.
option of indicating for a messaging button, we should not use it.
Messaging, no,
Is
because we
that
are
what you
not,
said?
optimizing this for messaging. You remember what we
Okay,
chose here was lead, and then we are optimizing for our landing page. Are you with me? So if
okay,
you are
okay,
optimizing for messaging, we are going to be using the best objective to use is actually engagement objective. If you are going to be optimizing for messaging,
okay, okay. So it would be wrong to actually, after having done all that, and still put a button for WhatsApp message or
yes,
Messenger.
yes. So that will now
All
be to
right. So
WhatsApp.
what do we use instead? Are we supposed to use learn more or something?
If you're optimizing for message, it's going to be sent message, but in this case, I'm using learn more. I can use sign up if I wish. I
Okay.
can use sign up
Okay.
depending on the offer or depending on the content.
Okay. I,
Yeah.
I get I get it now. Thank you.
All right. So any other question? Okay, now back to the ad objective here. Now, if you come back to the objective here, if we disconnect, if this disconnect us, just join back with the same link. All right, so with the ad objective here, to target, this was for Nigerians in diaspora. To target Nigerians in Nigeria, you just come back here and change from what we had earlier, which was the Ohio and other cities we had there. I'm going to remove them, and removing them, just bringing back. All right, so I'm just going to enter city like Lagos. All right, now, for example, we already know that property buyers, even in Lagos, are not always, not only those who live in Lagos buy properties in Lagos. Now, if you are able to target some of the major people who are am I supposed to say this? Now, truth is that there are politicians outside Lagos who are buying properties in Lagos. There are so many Yoruba people in Port Harcourt who are working in the oil company in Port Harcourt who are investing back home in Lagos. There are so many of them Northerners in Akwa Ibom, in Eket, working in the mobile who are investing back in Abuja. So when targeting, you have to identify not just the city that you have your own property. So how you communicate your property is the distinguishing factor here, because the truth is that there are so many people also targeting these guys. You have to be different in your communication content. All right, so I'll select Lagos, Abuja. So you know that there are cities that you can say that these are where people with capacity live. All right, not there are certain cities that people with capacity will not be found, and certain cities that people who even have, though they have money, will not easily be found on Facebook. So now we are using Instagram and Facebook for this target. Explained earlier, don't always assume that those who will buy your properties are only those residents in where you have your properties. No, there are so many people in Lagos who are buying properties back in the east. There are so many people in Lagos who are buying property in Asaba. There are so many people in Lagos who are buying properties in Abuja. So many people in Abuja who are buying in Lagos. The same thing people in Lagos are buying in Port Harcourt. Same way Port Harcourt people are buying in Lagos. So the point is that people who there are people who see real estate as an investment, not just I want to own a house kind of thing. So people who see real estate as an investment spread their resources. All right. And then when you are able to identify people like that, the only thing they need from you is assurance. Now, I'm living in Port Harcourt, but I need this property in Lagos. Have you done your homework? What are the documents you have verified? What are the tendencies that I will not lose my property if I buy from you now? How was the measure you've taken to protect me as your client? Now, the good thing about this is that if you wait for them to ask you this question, you've lost them. But if you answer these questions to them before they ask, you have won a client to yourself. So that's why in your prospecting journey, be sure that these are part of the assumptions that you handle. All right. Look out for frequently asked questions from your past experience or from research. What are the concerns of an average property buyer in each of the locations you have properties? Now, learn to analyze those properties based on their document, based on their security, and based on their metrics, appreciative metrics. All right. So when you are able to do this, the question they had, you've already answered. When they want to ask, oh, well, what I wanted to ask is what you've just explained now. That's okay. I think so. Already you've placed yourself as an authority, someone who can not only get their money, but someone who can protect them. So you can now go ahead and make recommendation. Now, this is what I do to protect my clients. Whenever you are getting a property from us, we do not just want you to do the four corner land security blocks. We would like to, first of all, donate. Maybe you may, depending on your strategy and its implementation, if you have additional funds added to it, you can say, we usually do this to protect our clients. We give them at least 5 bags of cement and then a trip of sand. Although this is not something I recommend for realtors only. I usually recommend it for companies when I consult for them. So what I want you to do is, instead of giving RAM as an incentive at a particular promotion or promising mobile phone, someone who wants to buy a land of 7 million from you can afford to buy the phone that you want to dash the person. So the most important thing is, can you come up with a complementary bonus in this marketing communication? If you buy this property, we are going to raise 10 bags and one trip of sand to enable you fence and protect your land. Now, you may know that this is not enough. They can now easily say, okay, if you give me one trip of sand and 10 bags, it has encouraged me, I can add 10 bags, another trip to raise the fence, all right, at least to protect the property at that point. Now you have already projected yourself as one who is out there to protect your client, not just to give them, I mean, RAM of mobile phone. So, but if it is something, even if you are not a developer, this is something you can integrate or recommend to the company you are selling for, rather. All right, so now we go straight down here. Under here, we have the age range. Now, see, we are actually talking about wealth preservers. Wealth preservers may not be a 30-year-old man. So when we are talking about wealth preservers, yeah, we have younger and richer people, not quite all right. But then people who have gotten to the stage of preserving wealth are from, let's say, from 40 upward, they are preserving, while others between 20 to 39 are increasing wealth. There's a difference between increasing and preserving. All right. I usually target people from 40 for the wealth preservers. But then I also realize that for category of these people, most of them do not, when signing up on digital medias like this, they actually do not use their right age. All right. So, but by and out, I decided to use that 40 because of data that I've acquired. All right. My data tells me that from 40 upward are the age of people who have started preserving. Okay. So I'll scroll down, and then by and out, we are not working with expat Nigerians. So I'm removing this. So please, if you don't understand anything I'm doing here, let me know. I removed that because we are actually targeting Nigerians in Nigeria now. All right. And then because we are looking out for people who are preserving wealth, we are going to be looking out for some certain behaviors and some certain interests. All right, so we are going to look out for people who have frequent international travels. All right, the algorithm understands that the system has data of people who have been traveling frequently, so it will go in search of those people. And then we can also look out for family. Okay, no, this one is job title. All right, I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, so we can as well look out for, now they have a particular lifestyle as well. People who have money, all right, luxury lifestyle. All right, these are people you find somewhere around Ikoyi. Okay, I want to see more recommendations before I decide. Okay, luxury, travel advisor. Okay, luxury lifestyle. Now this will cover every now luxury lifestyle is now covering on the website. Now where they are making research for some kind of lifestyle that they are projecting, all right, that they have interest in, and the kind of ticket they fly. Where is the ticket there? Right, business class. These are the people who don't fly economy. All right. So at the same time, they have a particular test. And then here, we can at the same time decide to target based on gadgets. All right. We can decide to target based on gadgets here. All right. iPhone recently detected iPhone 14 devices. All right. I think we have iPhone 15 now. Okay. So you're targeting based on gadgets. All right. So the system has not updated to 15. So let's work with the 14. And then these people are found somewhere around some particular areas of, you can decide to, how come this used to tag? Okay, sorry, this is not. Okay, so under your city targeting, you can decide that you are going to be targeting people who live in a particular area, all right, like Ikoyi, and then people who live in a particular neighborhood, like let's see if Banana Island will be picked here. Um, it doesn't always show. Okay, so it's there, Banana Island, Lagos. So people who are found in a place like this, and then now you find out, you figure out which is the most expensive part of Abuja, which is the most expensive part of Kano, which is the most expensive part of um, most expensive part of Port Harcourt. So these same people, you can look out for. Now you can realize in the southeast and the south, you realize that politicians have created class for themselves. They don't. There is a particular area they decide to live. Same thing in Lagos, where you know that the Koi and Banana Island is reserved for a particular category of people. All right, so there are some category of people who do not live among the average. All right, so find out those locations, and you can directly instead of targeting the entire state or city, you can directly target those particular location as well. All right, so scroll down to where we have detailed targeting. Our detailed targeting is where the bulk of the work is. All right. Excuse me. So we can also do the frequent travelers, all right, within the country. So it's only someone that is big that can be in Abuja today, be in Lagos tomorrow, be in Port Harcourt. So it has to be someone with capacity that can do that. All right. So now if you check this, you also see different options. See, you see one of the mistakes property and realtors make is that when they want to target audience, they go to target real estate. Now you are going to be serving your ads to your competitors. People who buy properties are not people who talk about real estate every day on the internet. Now the way the system algorithm works is very different. It works in a way that people who have identified with themselves as real estate business people, or who keep writing about real estate, are going to be the one the ad will be served to when you target with the keyword real estate. All right. Now, apparently, they will be your competitors. You are going to be serving your ad to your competitors, and they will just be there. They will be there enjoying and trying to monitor your process. They'll be there checking through your process to see how you do, how you carry out your follow up, and how you make your call. They will pick your call quite all right. And then you hear them say, okay, and then they want to see how you close. So these are your competitors that you are going to be targeting. But in the right sense of things, you have no business targeting those guys. You should have been targeting people who have capacity, even though they don't, discuss real estate. And then don't project real estate as real estate. The truth of the whole thing is that people do not buy land and properties. They buy their future, all right? They buy what will sustain them. They buy what will give them cash flow. They buy what will give their family sustainability. All right. So when you are able to understand this thing, you will know how to communicate. This is why scammers communicate better. All right. So every day you see them promising easily liquidated assets. You see them promising cash flow. You see them promising easy capital retrieval. You see them promising future security, and then you have to be able to communicate this as well. All right. So now imagine you were actually creating a campaign targeting a family who has maybe say they have a 5-year old child whom you want to use a message that says if you buy this property today, it can fund your child's education when it turns to 18. And then you want to target the mother. You can easily do that. All right. But then in this particular keyword, add first class travel, and then also add high net worth individuals, and then also add people who just returned from travel. All right, it's only someone that has the capacity that will be traveling and just returning and be traveling often. All right. So at this end here, I just mentioned this is for the wealth preservers here, and then this is the most important one. Add this golf. Golf Sports Golf Channel. Now, these are people who play golf. And at the same time, if you're going to be selling to the wealth preservers in Nigeria, you are going to also do beyond the digital targeting. All right. So now there is something called virtual and non-virtual positioning. I talked about in those courses, I actually shared about digital positioning. So there is also another area of offline positioning. All right, there is where these people go. There is where they have their dinner. There is where they have their lunch. There is where they have their sports. So you won't find them in viewing centers. You won't find them in football fields. You will find them in golf clubs. Sign up and become, a golfer. Start going to golf clubs as well. You'll meet this category of people, and also this category of people as well are members of some clubs in Lagos State. We have the Koyi clubs, we have the Eco clubs, we have the Lagos Country clubs, and you can name them. There are also clubs in different states. We have the Rotary Club of Nigeria. There are clubs in different states. These are the people who are the pioneer members of those clubs because it's not free. You have to pay to join. Now, it's for positioning. All right, it helps you to position, to build the kind of audience that you need, so that you don't just. One of the problems people have is that they go to join the club just so they can sell properties. You will struggle. In fact, you may not be able to renew your club membership at the end of the year if you go with that mindset. Now, go with the mindset that you want to uphold your class and then learn to mingle with people of higher class. Now, when you've been able to create to upgrade to that class, relate not just as one who came to sell, but relate as one who came to build relationship. By the time you've been able to build an effective relationship with them, you can always present your offer to them. Oh, okay, so what do you do? Oh, yeah, I'm a realtor. I sell properties, very secure properties, and for especially people who are trying to preserve their wealth. I have properties in choice areas in the city where you are or where you have those property, list them. And the good thing is that for busy people like yourself who don't have those time in doing property investigation or to carry out property inspection. You are in the category of people we serve, and for you that your kid, probably your children, your offspring may not be in Nigeria at the moment, and leaving your bulk of funds in the bank actually yields little or no profit. But I've actually mapped out. Investment plan for people of your category, and then as you are speaking, you are handling it has come to a point where you have been given a privilege to speak about what you do. Steal it. It's your chance. Steal that moment. Don't just you have been preparing all along, waiting for that to happen. And when it happens, make sure that you hit it as the best business pitch you have ever done in your life. All right. So by and now, these are systemic and strategic approach to gaining the wealth preservers beyond the internet means. All right. So I also mentioned about if you want to target the young parents who have maybe 5-year old, and you want them to buy property now that can fund the child's education, and then you are targeting the mother, knowing that mothers don't joke with the future of their kids, and then as long as they are aware that the father has that money in that family, the man won't rest until he has actually paid for that property. All right. So by and out, if you are going to do that, I would simply just say, come here and say, the last time I used this was their relationship, their marital status. Okay, let's say for 8 years. All right.
So please, I can't see your screen.
Who else can see my screen, please? Who else can see my screen? Chidima, can you see it now?
No, I still can't see it.
How about now?
Not yet.
Okay. I think I have to end and reshare.
The screen is visible.
The screen is visible.
I can see your screen.
Yes. So maybe she has an issue with her phone or device or whatever.
Chidima, check again if your network is stable. Are you able to see it now? Okay, so now relationship status will show married. Okay, and let's scroll down a bit. Before now, they will give specific timeline of anniversary. Okay, marriage anniversary within 61 to 90 days. Okay, so now you can actually coin this for people who are having their marriage anniversary within 31 to 60 days, or within 30 days from now, and then you coined your message. How would you want to celebrate your next anniversary? Would you want it to be with an investment in the future of that your child? For example, I have a documented property that is able to sponsor your child's education abroad when he turns 18. If you have a child that is within the ages of 5 and 10 at the moment, I think you should pay attention to what I'm about to share with you. There is a particular property in this location that has been estimated to grow at this percentage within the space of 3 months. This simply means that if we times this percentage of growth by the remaining number of years that you have now for your child to get to 18, it means that this property will be valued at, you mentioned the amount. And then by the time your child is ready to sojourn to, I mean, foreign land for his education, you probably wouldn't need to run helter skelter if you truly believe in the future of your child. You just have to flip this one single property that is well protected and secured with the right document, and you will just be able to fund this child, and you know it will give your family the best relief ever to know that you do not need to struggle to fund the education of this child abroad, because you have securely kept a property to his name, and it can, by the time you do this. So I want you to use this your anniversary that is happening within the next 30 days to create an investment. Don't go to that trip, don't book that vacation, don't book that lounge, or don't book that. I want you to just make a sacrifice and pick this property at a discounted price of 4.5 million at the moment in a choice location. If your husband hasn't talked about this, I want you to be the one, to be the mouthpiece of your child's future. Make sure that the next 30 days doesn't just go without this investment. You've already sent a problem in that family if you target the wife rightly. All right. So now what you are going to do, instead of targeting all gender, you target only female. Under here, only female. That is in this particular scenario now. So with that, you've sent a message to the husband, to the wife, to help you be, a mouthpiece in the family. Make sure that the husband doesn't rest until he invests. So with this, your targeting would have been done for Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Nigeria who are the wealth preservers with money, and then the mothers who have a child and are expecting anniversary of their in their marriage, yeah, and are expecting their marriage anniversary within the next 30 days. You are sending that to them not to celebrate it the way they have always done, but to create an investment in the child's name. So with this now, you can sit back with your follow up. There is something you need to also do. Be proactive. When you receive a lead, attention span is very low. Don't get back to a lead after 10 days. Don't get back to a lead after 5 days. Be sure that as you are getting the lead, you are making a call. Follow up. You are selling a special product. All right. Follow up on them, and then be sure that you do the right thing. So for tonight, I want to take questions from you. If at all there is any stage you missed, or there's any stage you want me to take again that you missed or something, let me know. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.